Setting 1912, Philadelphia and Washington, D.C. The plot: two women activists, Alice Paul and Lucy Byrne, taking the women's suffrage movement by storm. Characters: Ben Westman, Alice Paul, Lucy Burns, Leslyn Holland, Rosia Wiskowskian, Kim Chapman Cat, Brooke Smith, Gloria Fraser, Margot Mithdale, and President Woodrow.
My opinion on the movie is that I really enjoyed the movie and how it showed what the woman wanted, starting from them silently protesting to wanting to become victims to make a change. I think one of the things that kind of got me kind of wrong, or rubbed off kind of wrong, was that the movie did not show why the woman, especially Alice, was on a hunger strike in the first place. Okay, so they just in the movie they expect us to know this, but they really don't show what really caused the hunger strike.
I was standing.
My opinion for this film is that I really enjoyed this film, and showing what all the protesters did to get their rights to vote is an astonishing, and honestly everything they went through and when they got arrested is very shocking, and I really enjoyed this movie. It shows that anything can be accomplished, if you fight for it, and that if you work your hardest you can get what you want.
I think this film will be kind of to show this for the history class, or maybe, want to learn what's happened on the women's suffrage. These ladies were proceeding doing their rights and with their confidence and bravery. The director did a good job of bringing the vision of the past. Also showing the events too. The music was okay with it. Some music were kind of a jamming on it. Also, they show how to stand up for themselves and also for others, talking to the president about how they want to break the law and being free of that and be who they are as women.
In my opinion, the movie was quite strong and just a powerful film to watch. I mean, just seeing how tough the women were and how strong they were, and seeing the things that they had to face, what they had to go through just to get what they wanted, which was just the right to vote, was just amazing to me. It's alright, but overall it was just a super great movie, and I would definitely recommend people to watch it.
There was a lot of inaccurate stuff in this movie, starting from the music, for one, which I know that Lauryn Hill was not that, she wasn't born around that time. But one of the things was the betrayal of the misunderstanding between the NAWSA and the NWP. Made it seem like the tension between the two was pretty thick. The movie shows Alice Paul going on a hunger strike because she's upset about the imprisonment, but in reality she went on it because she was dissatisfied by the way her and her inmates were being treated. They were being, for example, they were living under poor conditions. The sheets and blankets never was washed. 17 people were murdered. The food was unsanitary, and they hardly have any exercise or air. The movie made it seem like every guy in the movie was against women's suffrage, which isn't true because thousands of men were on board with the idea. There was even a section for men who wanted to march with the women in the parade. So the movie made it seem that the amendment was passed right after the woman was released from prison, which isn't true. It took a year for it to pass.
Beside the guarded
And of course, Emily Layton and Ben Wiesman were fictional characters. Probably were made to add more, like, they probably were added to take all the attention probably off of Alice and the suffrage and go into more of a, like, a senator's life or whatever. The whole Layton family was made up, by the way, not just Emily. And also talking about the made-up characters and Mr. Wiseman
Those banners quote the president.
and his love for Alice, there is no historical evidence that Alice had ever had love interest while the suffrage movement was taking place, let alone got with any guy after, I believe.
The movie overall, its accuracy, and just displaying and showing what the women did and what they went through and all that stuff. The timeline, how it goes in chronological order, just doesn't go out of order, just bounce back and forth, leave anything out. The women in the parade, how they were shoved and all that stuff. That's a historical accuracy right there. The picketing, with the picketing, just the signs, they were, the messages on the signs, the words, very similar, if not the same, as the signs, the original signs that the women held up, the changing seasons during the picketing, just to show just how long they picketed, like through the winter, through the summer, through just all types of seasons. And then the imprisonment scenes, all those women being thrown in jail, the hunger strike, when Big One and Alice being force-fed and just that force-feeding. Oh, it's a big scene right there, and definitely accurate. It was a good idea for the filmmakers to put in there. Very important that they put that in there. That's great. And then another one was, another accurate thing was Inez dying while protesting due to her anemia, I think.